think this is Koopary versus Natsuki. Natsuki ended up no-showing for the rest of the tournament, so we have no idea how they would have done in whichever bracket they placed in. Natsuki building very standard GTR, has a yellow there. Interesting choice of yellow. Cleans that up with some stairs. We love to see it. We love stairs. Koopary building right-hand GTR with a very sudden Hellfire takes the game. I believe I've already watched this game. I have this replay. If there's one thing I notice about the way that Koopary plays, it's that I don't understand it at all. Natsuki's got some sandwich form happening there. Yes, I definitely remember this. Koopary has an incredibly strange style of chaining. One that's not recognizable to me at all, but also still an ability to chain high and chain very quickly. So Koopary started with tail, right? And then they have Still and GTR on the left-hand side. They've already got a 9 chain. Sets off a harassment, extension off their main chain. Extends off their main chain. Well, no, another conversion into harassment, and that's the game. Could have sworn I'd watched this. There's something about Ocean Prince. I just think he's so silly. I sure hope, like, Natsuki didn't drop because of their performance in pools. There's one thing that I'm worried about is that this is ultimately a tournament that is for beginners. So if it were me, I wouldn't want too many strong players joining. Yes, Koopary ran into a little bit of trouble with that chain, got a bit flustered, and I guess just decided to top out. Okay, looks like we have a front-end chain on the right-hand side from Koopary again. It's just weird, like it doesn't make no sense to me. Like, what is bro cooking? I'll tell you what bro's cooking. An 11. Nah, not this time it seems. Natsuki's hit him with a good harassment. See, so we have GTR. There was an all clear start there, right? It's just that both players missed it, so it doesn't fucking matter. Koopary opts to set off that chain due to the fast attack. And then Koopary has a very fast follow-up. Natsuki expended their resources kind of early, and so has to take that damage on the board. Koopary sends them a 6 chain. Natsuki does not have the space or resources to respond appropriately. There's a little bit of hesitation as Natsuki gets into their chaining groove. Like, for example, like I would hesitate there too, because I'm not gonna lie, I mess up sandwich form a lot. So currently on their main chain they have a 5 or 6. Koopary sent them a tough 8. they could find a way to connect those other colors, they would have had a nice little tail, and I'm sure that would have countered. Unfortunately, that opening set of pieces did not have all clear potential. So Cooper's gonna take that damage, but seems to dig it pretty quickly. Turns into a power chain. Natsuki doesn't have enough resources to be able to counter that, so that kind of takes him out fairly swiftly. A little bit of a strange pop there, kind of ruined their GTR. Hopefully this doesn't fluster them too badly. Stacking pieces into the first column. Doesn't know what to do with those pieces. Doesn't look like they have much of anything going on. Gonna have to opt for harassment chains, but Koopary responds with a 3. Ends up winning out in the end, the harassment war. Natsuki keeping up pretty well with the harassment chains. Koopary opts to set off the main chain, which is a pretty short 6, but since their entire chain was not really working out, they didn't have much recourse in response to the 6th chain. Natsuki kind of struggling with these pieces a little bit. Trying to find the sandwich forms. Ends up sending a power 2. Sends a 2-chain in response to the counter, but doesn't realize that the main chain is coming. Koopary sends a 9, and the power 2 just isn't enough to do anything about anything. And that's the match.